right behind me. We're going to do a little live stream here, doctoring on Rosebud. Hopefully, for about a final time. Hopefully, she starts turning around more and more progressively. She's still breathing hard, but she's able to eat a lot more the last 2 days, which is a positive sign. On top of that, she's been eating today and yesterday, so when I have her in the chute doctoring on her, I'm going to try to get her to eat a couple handfuls of cattle cubes. Now, you don't want them, if they haven't been eating a lot, you don't want to overdo the grain or the feed, the nutrient dense feed supplements, because you don't want them to get acidosis, which is already a potential problem from her not eating. But it doesn't hurt to have a little extra energy on top of the grass. You just want to keep it very minimal, half pound of food, maybe once to twice a day on top of their hay. So we're going to try to get her to eat those when we have her in the chute. Let me get you down here. And there's Bull, being the punk that he is. He's been laying here until I started talking. He didn't care. But let's look at Charlotte here. She's got one little baby nested up there by her head. Charlotte, you're smashing it. But she had 5, and she's had them in the worst spot. We're gonna have to move them because she had them right in front of my chute. And then there goes Rosebud. She climbed up in the trailer for whatever reason. So if she can climb in the trailer, she's not doing too bad. But yeah. Hello, Troy. Yeah, move your babies. Oh, you just stomped on that one, girl. You just stomped on one. Check on it. Tell it you're sorry. Pigs can be kind of clumsy with their babies. That's kind of a known problem with them. I don't know that we've ever lost one of her babies, though, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one now. You big clumsy girl. But there you go. Let's look at them. And her black gene does run pretty strong. Usually they're mostly black. That one's got a little bit of color. You apologizing for stepping on it there, Charlotte? Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's never really had a big litter. This is her biggest litter. Shayla would remember better, but I think she's only ever had 4. This is 5. What's thinking there, Mama? What's thinking, Charlotte? Look what I got. Look here. You're gonna have to move your babies, though. No, go away. So hopefully Shayla heads down here sometime soon. Mama's not going to like it when I pick up her babies and move them. I don't know how she didn't catch on. We've been doctoring this heifer in this chute for the last several days, and she still thought, this is the best place for me to have my babies, right in front of the chute. That's it. Here's the daddy. He's not as cute. He's not as cute as the mama and her babies. Can pigs eat bones? I don't know. I guess they could, maybe. That's it. You're gonna have to move, Charlotte. Take your babies. Why are you growling at her? Quit. Hopefully Shayla gets down here because I don't want to be on this live too long. But there's one of our calves right there. And stood up. And believe it or not, that gray one that's 3 times its size over a little further to the right there is not that much older. But that red one's 100% Dexter. I got one out there that is half Dexter. Sire would be that red bull right there. And it's growing pretty good. Oh, Angelica, when a pig is in labor, or about to be in labor, well, the best way that you can know about the time that they're going to do that is if you see the time that the boar mounts, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. Pigs are like clockwork. 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, they're going to give birth. So if you know when they bred, that's the best way to kind of know. But if you watch their milk rail, once their milk rail gets really, really full and tight, full of milk, they should be having piglets imminently, like within a day or two. But these coonies are basically like dogs to us. I mean, we don't even, when we do get our perimeter fence up with the goat and sheep wire instead of this barbed wire, we will limit how much that they ever get to interact or come up into our yard. But we don't worry too much. They don't. Actually, I guess their flaw would be that they are kind of dog-like. So sometimes if they're going to leave your farm, it's going to be because they follow your dogs off the farm. But if it wasn't for them following dogs, they ain't going to leave. They're more homebody than a dog is. They might, if there's acorns falling out of trees across the road, they might go over there to get the acorns or something, but they ain't gonna run away by any stretch of the imagination. Charlotte, you stepped on your smallest one. Well, like I said, watch that milk rail. Whenever the milk rail starts to get full of milk, you're going to know you're pretty close. We've never had a pig that we had to help though, so they should do it on their own. These smaller breeds, unless it's obese, unless the pig's morbidly obese, it shouldn't have any trouble. But some of the show pigs that are real stocky, because they've bred them to be real big and stocky, they can have trouble birthing. Some of the female pigs that are built more like male pigs, they're just, they want them to look a certain way for the show, and they breed for that, and they kind of forget about their maternal traits. But we've never had to help a pig. I don't know. I remember your male pig looked like a potbelly cross to me. So I don't know what your female is. I guess I haven't seen that one. But if it's Cooney or part Cooney, I really doubt you have to help. Charlotte, you're going to have to move those babies. They're in the way. They're in the way. You better leave them alone. Oh, I catch you messing with those baby pigs, and it might be the end of you. Yeah, I don't think unless she's like really, really, really big, and like, you know, unless she can't articulate her body. Unless she can't articulate her body because she's that big, I don't think she'll have a problem. I know weight plays a role in if a pig has trouble birthing. Yeah, I think it's pretty rare that pigs have problems, so I think you'll be fine. What do you want, Charlotte? You can come here, but I ain't gonna feed you no more. See, our coonies are not that big because we try not to feed them any more than we have to. We let them kind of do their own thing, run around foraging acorns and eating clover and winter grass. In the wintertime, we do supplement some feed. You know, I'll throw some 20% cattle cubes or some pig feed that we got for other pigs to them every now and then. But they're not on like a full-time feed ration. And she will. What are you doing, girl? She's pretty limber for having just popped out babies. But when they do have babies, we'll try to, you know, throw them a little extra feed once in a while. But we like to keep the costs down on raising them. They're pasture pigs. They've got 40 acres to run around on, and we like them to do their part. You know, Hello, Trey. How's it going? I am dealing with the most expensive heifer I've ever bought. I'm dealing with her being sick right now. So I'm waiting on Shayla to get down here and help me get some steroids in her. We held off on the steroids because we thought there was a possibility she was bred until we got a pregnancy test done on her. And then we picked up some steroids. Yeah, she only has, that's the biggest litter she's ever had. She's done. What we really use these for, and I was telling Trey on one of his videos, he's asking about harrows. I was telling him, get a couple coonies. What they're really good at is getting out there behind your cows and scavenging through cow patties for fly larvae and any kind of grain that you may or may not be feeding. They like to get in there and find the rest of that. Yeah, the heifer got a negative pregnancy test, so we got her on. We're gonna have her on. We had some dexamethasone, some Dex, a steroid. We had a steroid, and but it was older. We gave it to her because it was weekend, and she was not doing well at all. And she didn't really respond to it, so we think it may have just not been. May have not had any effect because of it being out of date or whatever. So we got some new Dex today. We're going to catch her up and give her some B12 and some Dex. She's loaded up on all the antibiotics she can have. So there's nothing we can really do there. Everything from here is kind of supportive, except for giving her some Dex. Well, Trey, the problem would be is your hot wire would be too tall. Pigs are notoriously easy to keep in hot wire. But, you know, if you're only running one strand for cattle, it's going to be too tall and they'll just go right under it. But you could add just a second wire. It'd take a little bit longer to move your fence. But you're ingenuitive. You could figure it out. Be a lot cheaper to buy another wire. Well, I guess a lot of your posts are probably pigtails too. Still be cheaper to buy post and wire than it would be to buy a harrow. You could buy a couple. You could be in the pasture pig business cheaper than buying that harrow. But then you wouldn't have a new toy. No, I ain't got any horses. I got a heifer in here, and she's sick, and we're fixing to doctor her up. So that's what I'm waiting on, is my wife to bring some stuff down here to do that. Here is one of my pregnant cows that is starting to bag. Bought her about 2 years ago, and I've had one calf out of her. This will be the second calf, and I actually, oh, you want to be friends when you think I have a cube, huh? Yeah, well, we're no longer friends, bud. You might get a cube when I put you on the trailer. But anyways, this HB. We call her HB because when we bought her, she had HB as an ear tag. She was a very gangly, skinny heifer. I really don't know what her breed makeup is. Sure of it, there's some Angus in there, but I paid like $350 for her, and I wish I had about 100 more of them. You can't get them. Even the ones that look a little cheaper nowadays, you can't get them like that no more. Used to you could get a little less fleshy ones. That's all you're getting from me, just because you're being nice, because you can smell the cubes. That's all you're getting. This is Lucy. I need to get her bull calf off of her. He is just gargantuan. He's overdue for weaning. It's that giant dude out there next to that red calf. She's a little thin, but she's also a Brangus, and those Brahmas kind of look like that once they've been nursing on a calf for a while. But I mean, she's got all the protein and hay she could ever use. We've checked her fecal for worms. She's not wormy, so I guess she's just doing what she's supposed to do. She's a big framed cow. She is bigger than this bull when she's fleshy. The taller cattle are just so much harder to keep fat than the shorter ones. All right, Trey, we'll see you. Don't come through this fence. Yep. This guy tried to eat me alive not too long ago, so his days are limited. And I really liked him up until that point, but there ain't no going back when you try to knock me off. We can't be friends again. Well, Angelica, this is the thing, is cows were never that cheap, right? Up until recently, the most I had ever paid was $800 for a cow. And basically everything I bought was either from just somebody that happened to be like, I got a steer here that was a friend of mine that he got him as a bottle calf. His landlord told him he couldn't have it anymore, and he said, "Hey, do you want him?" Okay, sweet. So I got him now. So just a lot of luck and patience. To one of the steers was a bottle calf that we bought for, I think it's $250, and that was 2 years ago. Now that same calf would probably be $800 or more. One of them was a Holstein that I got that was a bottle calf that was just weaned, and we go to a smaller auction. Most of these have came from a smaller auction, right? So not your commercial auctions like Stockyards or your Oklahoma City West. So none of the big commercial stockyards where a lot of commercial beef is sold, which those are still good places to get cheaper cows because those people, all right, calm down. Those people are also there, you know, trying to buy the more beefy looking cattle, the more fleshy looking cattle. So if one comes through there that's not as fleshy, I guess you kind of got to know your phenotype, your cattle. You gotta buy everything with a grain of salt. But basically, through being very selective, watching hundreds of cattle sell, waiting to the very end of the sale, watching those last few drafts of cattle that come in there, and picking something out of there that might be worth something. And then also, a bunch of these were born on our farm. So, like for example, this bull was from a cow that went down, and he was about a month old when we got him, and we bottle fed him a little bit, but not a lot. We just did it long enough to get him weaned. So I paid $350 for him as a bottle calf. He's sired several calves for me already. This was the free steer. That was the bottle calf that we raised right here behind him, and that's the $350 Holstein steer that I bought at an auction, which was a still on him yet. Or no, I think Shayla looked up, he was even cheaper. But anyways, just that's close enough. Annie, that Hereford right there, which where's her calf? She's got a calf out here, a heifer calf out here somewhere. I need to go find her. Oh no, there's her calf right there. Her calf was born here, not from this bull, but her mom, I paid in the neighborhood of $300 for her as a young calf. Jemima is a Dexter. I bought her and another Dexter cow, which we no longer have, for about $350 a piece at auction. But that was 5 years ago. That's her calf with the horns behind it. You know, so we've done a lot to get to the number of cattle we've got. It's been on a budget, and it's been through a lot of patience. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 heifers out here that were born out of our first cows that we've retained. He wants to kill me. You can buy his love with cubes. He's probably thinking if he could just hit me, the cubes would fall out of me. Yeah, that's the one that tried to kill me. This barbed wire fence is totally optional to him. If he wanted to come through here, he could. But I think I'd have enough time to get over another set of panels or something before he could really get me. Well, if I took that black commercial Brangus that's walking away with her calf to the auction right now, and I gave $800 for her, but that was also another deal. That was actually my grandpa's bottle calf. That big old, phone's getting blurry, but that big old Brangus cow walking away was my grandpa's bottle calf, and I bought her from my uncle just because I wanted my grandpa's bottle calf. But he only asked $800, which she was heavy bred at the time. He probably could have got over $3,000 for her. So $800 ain't nothing to cry about. But yeah, so my young heifers, I got 2 heifers in here that I wouldn't take a dime less than $3,500 for with the price of cattle right now. They're bred, they're black, they're typical looking beef heifers. So yeah, if you were to go out and buy them, they could get real expensive. Oh, they are, Jess or Angelica, but like this one, for example, I almost feel dumb even saying what I paid for, except for with the price of cattle, it's still not much. Uh, but I give $1,800 for her, and look at the condition she's in right now. You know, one, you know, she's 1 foot out of the grave right now. So at that price, boy, I'm nervous. Not only do I want her health to rebound, anyways, I mean, my $400 cow, I'd be just as upset. But when you start tying up money like that into them, it really starts to hurt. She is, she actually looks full blood dairy right now because she's, lost a little bit of weight since she's been sick. But she's actually supposed to be half Angus, or a quarter Angus, a quarter Jersey, and half Dexter is what she's supposed to be. So, I believe the people are probably as honest as they can be about that. But she's somewhere, she's probably lost 30, 40 pounds here in the last week, but I guesstimate her to be somewhere between 550 and 600, and she's not quite 2, so she'll get a little larger yet if we can get her through this. No, I'm telling you, Angelica, well, if my bull wasn't out here, I'd go show you one that I recently paid $800 for, and she's a Dexter. But keep in mind, I paid $800, which is not much, but she is 12 years old. But if you've seen the condition of her calf, and her age, wouldn't be a problem for you, because she's 12 years old and she's still making calves. But something like that, if I was going to buy an older cow, I would look very hard at the body condition of them. Is she still fleshy for her age? Were they graining them? Was she on grass? Was she able to maintain fleshiness on grass? Then she's still probably a pretty good cow. I wouldn't go to an auction and buy a 12-year-old cow. But if you, bro, hey, knock it off. But if you could buy a 12-year-old from a private seller that, has to put their name on her, then it's viable on these smaller breeds. I wouldn't go buy a big Angus cow that weighs 1,500 pounds. It's 12 years old. That'd probably be a mistake, because bigger cows just go downhill faster. Feet problems, mouth problems are all exaggerated. And the bigger the cow, the more exaggerated. He really wants me. He wants to get me. Oh, that's another thing. If I ever own a bull again, I'm going to wring their nose, because that's about the only way that I kept him from making a mud hole out of me, was if you grab that. If a bull ever gets you down and you can get your fingers in his nose, he will let go of you for a minute. If you could really pinch down on his nose. And this guy, he's going to be hard to eat. He's just gentle giant. He's about to go on grain and get finished. Dude, calm down. You're about to push that post over. But it's not that unobtainable. I'm telling you, if you want, and on a small homestead, you're not going to have this many cows on. I mean, I need more land as it is. I got 40 acres, and this ain't enough land for what I got right now. Hey. Hey. Quit. But it's not enough. It's not enough land for what I got right now. So you're going to want to get smaller cattle anyways, and smaller cattle are just a little more affordable. They're going to eat a whole lot less. And if you get cows, Angelica, just skip this whole thing right here. The bull, don't worry about it. Find you somebody that can do AI that's near you, or your vet or whatever. Just skip don't. Now, not all bulls are this annoying. You know, they're not all out to get you, but you can never trust one either. You can't ever trust one. So if you just get one or two, oh, that's the other thing I was going to tell you about those Dexters is they are they're dual purpose, meat and dairy. They're supposed to have extremely good dairy. So if you were to get one, you know, you could milk them. You know, you could have a couple Dexters on a homestead easy, affordably. I guess we can. Hey, Charlotte actually. Hey, stay right there, Charlotte. She actually moved her pigs a little bit out of the way. Told her she's gonna have to move them.
Take them up there with the goat.
Yeah, you just make them squeal. She'll come back. Oh, can you have them shut the water off?
That way Mabel and
The water's running down through here. Yeah, Mabel's been staring at him. She's waiting on her to. You're getting a little spring in your step. Let's go. She don't want to go in the chute. Feisty is a good thing. Come on, girl. She's starting to get a little feisty. There's her cough. You want to get in here and help? Yoy.
Go away, Scott. Stick this needle in your eye.
Here. Push her in there.
Come on, big girl. Let's go. Don't pee on me.
She just peed.
No, she's still leaking.
You're getting better. It's going to be like maybe the last time you have to get in there for a while.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell me no foot. You feel wet a lot.
So the fact that she is not just walking in there tells me she's feeling a lot better. I got some cubes for you if you'll go in there. Well, I thought she would start going in there, so I was going to go shut it.
Why are you putting it in?
Because get her in there before the bull gets through the fence on you. Look, this is why I was trying to catch you. Look here. She wouldn't eat them the other day until I put them in her mouth. Look, it's a cube. Trust me. There you go.
This one's tiny. I'll make it.
You're letting the pig get him. She stepped on it earlier.
Oh, you giant.
Trust me.
This one had a
You
little
need more
bite.
protein. Maybe she knows more than I do.
Huh? You go.
Told her to trust me. She needs more protein. She keeps spitting the cube out.
Not a fabulous. Every day, short little nose. You're so cute. You're adorable. Oh, you're so soft. Look at her butt.
Yeah, Dexters are the best way to think of a Dexter, Angelica, is like a kind of like a miniature Angus, right? They're gonna have really good feed conversion. They're gonna, they're gonna make your marbled beef if that's what you want. They're gonna, yeah, them cubes ain't so bad. They're gonna make your marbled beef. They're just gonna be, you might butcher a steer at live weight of 600 or 700 pounds instead of, 1,200 pounds. Maybe close to half the size. But a Dexter's going to require, because they are half the size, they're going to require half of the land, half of the feed. You're lucky I love all my cows, because I would not hand feed you if I didn't.
You only have one Blackfoot. I'll call you Blackfoot. No, you got two. You had two. I thought you had one.
Dang it. Keep dropping my cubes. Get Charlotte. Quit, Charlotte. That's the thing about pigs. They're rude and get all up in your business.
Huh?
Trust me, girl.
You're stepping on your baby. Maybe I won't make it.
You're done? No more? No more? Alright, guess she's done. Guess she's done with them.
Funny looking eyes.
Hey, go shut the water off.
I told Levi to. Did Levi tell you to?
Come here. Last one. Hey, go get the medicine out of my passenger seat of my work truck. Rylan. Rylan, you going? That little one was drinking earlier.
They were all nursed this morning.
Better not touch them. So, alright, I don't know what just happened right there. Somehow I accidentally went out of YouTube. But what we're fixing to do is give her the steroids, and then we're going to get off here because we got some stuff to do before it gets dark. So this stuff is really affordable, and I highly suggest you do your own research. But this right here is only like $18 for this bottle, which is a little more than the last time we bought it, but it's also been a couple years. Do your own research, but super super affordable and handy to have on hand. Oh, well, like she needs 20.
What?
20.
You asked him or what?
Chat GPT'd it. It says it doesn't
You went
matter
to the
that
vet and you asked ChatGPT.
there was no vet there. They were doing something out back. But anyway, so I did look it up. 20 is.
110 mil down here.
Well, she's gonna need another one. Send them up there to get another syringe.
Go up there and get another syringe like this. They're in the green.
Just get the. You don't need a syringe. Just get a needle.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just give me the needle. They're on the box.
But anyways, it said it does not matter the size of the cow. The severity of the treat of what you're treating is what matters on the dosage. So it's and the bottle gives a range too on instructions. It doesn't tell you just 5 cc's to 20. So it depends on the severity of the inflammation and infection you're trying to reduce. So
Thank you.
that's intramuscular.
Excuse me, baby.
So we're gonna go get one more needle and finish the other half of the dose in a minute. But there's half of it, and hopefully she will just continue to keep getting better, because today has been a heck of a lot better day than
She was eating earlier.
the previous days, except for yesterday wasn't bad after we redosed her with Banamine. So yesterday and today she seems to be on the right path.
She rested.
And she did lay down and rest, which I'm pretty sure until she laid down yesterday and rested for an hour or two, I don't think she had laid down and rested in at least 30 hours. I'm pretty sure she was standing the entire time.
Drank his tea.
That's why you're going to the butcher, because you just drank another male urine. That's why you're going to the butcher. Ugh, it stinks. No.
There's 3 cows that weren't over here. I seen a big black one over there.
I think because there's green stuff popping up, they're spreading out, covering more ground, looking for stuff to eat. So, anyways, that's it for this live stream. If you haven't already, please double tap the screen and it'll like this video. And we're gonna hop off here.
Well, get on Facebook. We got piglets on there available. We've got more piglets coming any day now, and we got puppies that are basically free. Some mutt pups weren't supposed to happen during our move.
So,
And baby goats are coming in 2 weeks. They'll start kidding. So lots of exciting stuff happening. And we got better camera equipment and a drone.
actually,
Any minute now.
oh, it's not here yet. I was gonna say I need you to get it out and film our next video.
It's gonna be here any minute. So good stuff coming.
All right, so catch us on the next one.